Welcome to Who's Sitting at Your Table. I'm Tony and I'm with my co host, Cheese. And today we have a seat reserved for a queen. I love this series because we are with Lisa and she is been riding the real estate wave for like 12 years now. And she's someone that works hard, she hustles, she's got a lot of heart, and she manages to stay on top of the wild market with real estate. She's a friend, she's a fierce professional, and someone with deep love for both her clients and her cat. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to
Yay.
have you. How was everybody's week?
Uh,
What's been going on?
Yeah, Lisa, you go
You want to go,
Brutal.
first.
Lisa?
Guest of
Yeah,
honor.
guest of honor.
My clients that have been looking for so long found a great house yesterday and they ended up getting 14 offers and it went
Wow.
so far over asking. There were just no comps to even support it. So
Wow,
Wow.
that's exciting. And are you mostly buyers or seller side? Or like kind of
I
mix and
do
match?
both. I do both, but I
Okay.
have a handful of buyers, but it's just so competitive. It
It
was listed
is.
at 1.4 basically, and it went over two.
Wow.
Oh my
2
gosh.
million.
That's
Yeah, for a
crazy.
tiny
And
2
where?
bedroom, 1 bath
Where?
Wow.
in Noe Valley.
Wow.
My goodness. That's crazy. That's almost double.
That's
Well, maybe a third.
so this
I
is
got
your
to do the
your
math.
your seller, right? Your seller selling it, right?
No, I wish.
Or
No, it was my
okay.
buyer.
But your buyer had oh geez. That's the hard fence to be
That's
across. That one
crazy.
brutal.
Hopefully you have the comps that support it, or no, honestly, it wouldn't hurt if the comps don't support it, right? But like,
No, it was like the highest comp was 1.725. And she said there were
so
Wow.
even like a handful right around like 1.9.
so are they having to like make up the difference regardless?
They probably have cash,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh my
guessing.
The
goodness.
one thing that's kind of hard
Wow.
is when that kind of when something like that randomly happens and it impacts everybody in the community, right? That are trying to buy comps are so high, it's going to be so untouchable for some people that are trying to buy, right? It just
Well,
drives
and
the prices
it
up.
was yeah, and it was like there it was a clear winner. There was no counteroffers. This person just like went so above and beyond everyone else that you're
They
like,
wanted it.
and they got that
Yeah.
house.
And it
Yeah.
was two
They wanted it.
bedrooms? Like how many square
2
feet?
bedrooms,
That's crazy.
1495.
Oh my gosh. That is
Mm,
nuts.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, and it needed to be redone. It had like marble floors and green carpet and just like
Good Lord.
yeah.
Well,
Wow.
now you're making me feel a little like insecure about my green carpet. I'm just
She
kidding.
Do you
don't
have
have
shaggy
green
green
carpet.
carpet?
She does not have green carpet.
Just kidding.
God. Oh my God. Well, Lisa, I've known you for quite some time now. How many years has it been since I've known you? I think we
Probably
all
20.
connected. Yeah, you and I connected through Anju. Remember? Like
Yeah,
Anju
but
was the
we
one
knew
that got
each
us all
other
together.
from our ski cabin.
That's right. I was
We were
thinking,
at a ski
I knew. Yeah,
cabin
that's right. We were shared a ski cabin. That's right.
with
Yes, I
Trudy.
remember that. Trudy and the
Okay.
gang go way
Wait, so
back.
Lisa,
That's way
did you and
back.
I know each other? Because like I'm thinking back. I mean, first of all, I know Anju,
That's right.
and she's
Yeah, but
she's
Anju,
kicking some butt.
this is pre Anju before.
I'm saying like right now, I know her, and I think she's kicking some butt right now.
Yes,
I
she
think I
is.
saw that in her LinkedIn
She's
profile.
always
But
kicking butt.
yeah, I'm the Trudy
Yeah.
days. Trudels is one of my near and dear to my heart. Her birthday is June 4th. That's how much I love that girl. I remember her birthday.
I haven't talked to her forever.
I haven't
Did
No,
you
either.
no,
know like
Trudy.
Brian Zadie from
Oh,
dating?
yeah, and
Zadie
Kim
and Lisa, they
Pace,
moved to
and
Montana.
that was
Yeah.
all part of the little group that I, belonged to when I was joking with someone we were, talking to today, about how when Tony and I met, like, we worked for, Pacific Bell, and she walked up to my cube, and I was an account manager, and she was gonna be my win back specialist, so, like, she was gonna help win back any of my clients who had, tried to go the other way, and I looked at her, and I took one look at her, and I was, "I like your shoes. I like your outfit. Do you wanna go dancing?" Like, literally wanna go. And so
We
it
were
was
in
like this
our
group.
late
This was
20s, I think.
before, like, it was really before, to me, it was like where voicemail and phones, like I would send out a group distribution voicemail to all of our
Group
friends that
distribution.
worked at,
That's funny.
that worked at Pac Bell, and it would be like Tony, Trudy, it would be
Distribution voicemail.
Jason,
Hilarious.
who I yeah, Jason Doolittle, who I ended up
Funny.
marrying and divorcing, and by the way, love him, he's a great soul, but yeah, so back in the day, like, there's this group distribution of voicemail, that's where I'd be like, "This is what we're doing tonight, bitches!" Like, San
Oh my
Francisco.
God, that is hilarious. I wondered how we
So
communicated like
funny.
that. Now I remember that. That's hilarious.
I had a group
That's
distro.
crazy.
I had a group distro on my voicemail to say, "This is the plan tonight."
And so people would up and we'd all
So,
hang out.
Lisa, I'm sure our paths have crossed
I'm
then.
sure yeah, I'm sure we
And I
Yes.
like, oh my god, beloved Yay area. I call it my Yay area, and I mean, I cannot every time, like, I land in the Oakland airport, I feel like this sense of being home. It's so crazy. I don't feel it like, I've lived other places, but feel this just I love the diversity. I just feels right. And so even when I visit now, that's what that it's in my heart. I feel it.
Yeah, San
I love
Francisco's
it so
got your
much.
heart. Isn't there a song?
Wait, where do you live now?
I'm in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
So I moved to Phoenix in 2010, basically from the Yay area.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's get into the podcast. Well, we'll wait
Yeah.
till
So
she takes her drink of wine and then
yeah,
we'll
one moment.
Cheers.
Okay. So Lisa.
we'll all have a drink. We'll all have a drink. How's that?
Yeah, I love it. Okay. So Lisa, you take your sip, but
Yes.
tell us about the real Lisa, like beyond open houses and listings. Like we want to know
So
who you are.
so the real Lisa, I mean, like, what do I do, on my time off? Or just
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
where was
Just
I
tell us all.
born? Like my whole life
All of it.
kind of thing.
Tell us what you
Yes.
want. Tell us about Lisa.
So I was born in Sacramento. My dad's he was a general contractor. My mom was not in real estate. She just was a stay-at-home mom. But she was honestly addicted to constantly buying homes and fixing them up, and they'd ask us, "What color do you want your bedroom?" And we put in sprinklers and a pool, and then we'd, like, be on to the next house, so I literally never had a family home at all. And then they got divorced, and then we moved all over. I moved to San Diego, Virginia Beach, Rhode Island, Ohio,
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
all from 1st grade until 4th grade, we finally came back to California.
Wow. And with
Wow.
you, when you say we, was it you and your mom or you and your dad or because
Me and
your
my
parents were
sister.
divorced?
Me
Okay.
and my
Oh,
sister. So
wow.
it was like both like between like my mom and then like we lived with my dad for a little while. Then my mom came back and that's when we moved to like Virginia and Rhode Island. But I
Hmm.
think growing up like that, just moving and constantly
Hmm.
having change, I feel it helps me, I think, adapt to change a
Yeah,
lot,
absolutely.
And I remember I was writing with a sales manager. I was in pharmaceutical sales before, and she asked if I was an army brat because I literally would know
I
the
was going to
parking
just say that.
guy and I knew all the receptionist people. They loved me. I treated everyone like a queen.
Yeah.
Everyone was important to me.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that ability
Yeah.
to connect with people quickly, because that's what I
Hmm.
adapted to when I was a kid, I think it's really helped who I am as a
Yeah. I
person.
know that whole thing. I was a military brat and my parents did move a lot. And so you're right. You have to learn to adjust. You can't get too comfortable every couple of years. You're moving somewhere else. I think that does make you more social, right? It makes you more adaptable in environments, and it's good for being in a sales role because you could work the room. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, and that's
Yeah,
good
I
for
you
your
could, like,
actually
role.
stick me in any room and I'll be fine. I just will chat it up with anyone.
so coincidentally, I don't have that brat upbringing, but I have a different brat upbringing that I grew up in Saudi Arabia, and we were in Saudi Arabia for like 7 years, and I got to see the world at a young age, and I think that helped
Wow.
to mold me, like really helped me. Like I appreciate people. I loved learning and getting to know people. But my first 3 years in high school, I was in three different high schools. Along the lines of the two of you, you have to like figure out a way. And it's interesting though, because I can be definitely friendly in any setting, but I like to have at least one person who is there with me to be kind of my, I don't know, my go to or my, someone I can turn to. I
Yeah.
don't like interrupting conversation. So it's a weird dichotomy because I feel very super friendly, but I do get nervous about certain situations. It's funny. Like it doesn't make sense in some ways. But anyway, enough about me.
Well, I
But
feel
Well,
we
like
we have
as I
that in
get
common.
older I feel like as I get older, I might not be as social as I used to be. but
think
I'm
it's
trying.
that. I
I'm
think it's
trying.
you're more sure of yourself and you know what you want and you don't want, right? So when I get invitations sometimes, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I don't feel like doing it. I'm not doing it. Or and there's times I'm interested in doing it, right? So you kind of know it's like a boundary that you set for yourself, right? It's called self love,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. You don't have to be everywhere all the time, you know? I like my alone time.
yeah. I just feel like for my job, like the more I network and get to know like people, the more you grow.
Mhm.
It's like that fine line. I'm like, am I in the mood or not?
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
Putting yourself
You
out
listen
putting
to
yourself
yourself.
out there, and sometimes, obviously, it's for business, and sometimes it's personal growth, right? So
Yeah.
but there's times definitely where it's, "I'd rather hole up with just myself and my dog."
Yeah, you have to be in the mood. If I'm not in
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
mood,
totally.
I'm not helping myself at all.
Yeah, don't force it, right? So now tell us something about you that nobody knows.
I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. So I feel if there is something that somebody doesn't know, it's probably going with me to my grave. Nobody's gonna. But my sister, she knows pretty much everything, like every detail of like, I don't know,
The skeletons in the
anything that somebody
closet.
would need. Yeah. But I don't really
Uh,
have any skeletons. Like my
okay, well, that's
life is
good.
like pretty basic.
You passed the test. Just joking. All right.
So, okay, you've called San Francisco home since 2000, I think, am I correct on that?
Yeah. Yep.
What do you love most about the city by the bay?
So I love San Francisco. Honestly, I have tried to move multiple times, and every time I fly back, I'm like, I live in the coolest city ever. I can't ever leave.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
awesome.
love all the different neighborhoods that we have. There's just such diversity in the neighborhoods that I live in Nob Hill. I'm right next to, you know, Chinatown. There's North Beach. And like
Awesome.
when you go there, like I love North Beach. I love Italy.
Hmm.
So I love the neighborhoods, but I also love all the outdoor spaces. Like I love hiking on the weekends. So I love going to Baker Beach is probably one of my favorites. Somebody's visiting from New York, and if you ask me to like take me to like your favorite spots, we went and watched like part of the sunset at Baker Beach, and then we ran over to Chrissy Field and watched the rest of the sunset there. It's just so pretty, like, we just have so much nature all around us.
Yeah.
I mean, I never even really thought of it, but we're surrounded by water on 3 sides, so everywhere you go and whenever you're driving around in the hills and everything, you just have such amazing views.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's unbelievable. Like, I
Yeah,
100% agree with you. Although you can walk 3 minutes to a little public hiking spot out in Phoenix by me. So you are invited to come see our sunsets. There's no
nice.
water. There's no water.
The desert. I also love that you can actually walk to so many places too. That's, like, not
Yeah.
having to get in a car and just having that walkability is, like, the best.
So crazy too, because when I lived there in my 20s and Jason and I had a place in I lived in Pacific Heights, he lived in North Beach, and then when we were living together, we lived in the financial district, and we had one car spot. We used to park my car at my parents' house in Danville, and we never used his car and the car spot that we had, like the parking spot that we had. We taxied everywhere. Like now it's like Uber. We either taxied or walked everywhere. And I
Yeah.
absolutely loved that about living in San Francisco. It was so yummy to just like, okay, where are we going next? And worst case scenario, you had to catch a cab. Now, like, and I think Tony, you're the first person that ever told me about Uber. Uber. You're
Uber.
the first person that ever told me about Uber. Yeah.
Well,
So
now
yeah,
we have Waymo, like the driverless cars.
yeah, we
Yeah.
have that. We have that in
You don't
Phoenix.
want to talk to anybody.
I'm right outside of the
Seriously.
I'm right outside of the Waymo zone, but let me just tell you, we just had an amazing storm hit Phoenix. It was so bad that like they had to pull the Waymos off because they were like they were driving and like into like literally flood zones where like half of the water was in the car, kind of thing. It was
Oh
so
my God.
like you don't think of Phoenix of having this, but we got hit hard with the rain,
Oh my
and
God.
The Waymos had to be pulled out because they're just like, we're gonna go pick this passenger up.
They can't detect the weather yet.
Oh,
Flooded.
that's so sad. Yeah. So you have any hidden gems in your neighborhood, Lisa?
My hidden gem would be Nob Hill Cafe. I love it because it's like a tiny little Italian restaurant. Again, I love Italian.
I love
It's
Italian
literally
too.
right down, like halfway down the hill. It's right at the bottom of my hill,
Uh-huh.
and they don't take reservations, so it gets packed because everyone
The
loves
first
it.
come, first serve, one of those places. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can put my name in and then come back home and then go have a glass of wine on my roof deck and then like,
That's awesome.
20 minutes later go down, like then you get your seat and so I love it.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
And I saw
Now,
the San Francisco twins, the ladies that like used to dress up, those old ladies that dressed up identical.
yes, I remember
Yeah.
them.
Like
Yes.
they were in like the Pac Bell Park commercial and stuff.
Yes. 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 Yes.
They lived in the neighborhood and they used to go there every Tuesday and they would sit in the little bay window and they would top their glass literally like all the way up to the rim and they
That's
just would just
Pulling it.
drink
how
that
I how
wine.
I s- how I started the podcast.
It was so
That's
funny. They
awesome.
were so cute. I have a picture of them with them somewhere.
That's
That's
awesome.
so
That's cute.
cool.
So
Well,
we're gonna do like a
you need to
quick
find
fire question.
you need to find that picture, and so we can post
I
it in the podcast.
Yeah,
yeah, I'll
send it
try to
over so I
find
can
it.
put it on the podcast. Yeah. So when I,
Yes.
when I'm, yeah, I'll add it to the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
podcast. So quick fire. I think I know this answer, but quick fire questions. And I think that Cheese and I will ask you some questions, but my first one will be cats or dogs.
Cats.
Aha! I figured it was.
I have a kitten,
You have a little
Oh,
kitten.
what's the
What's
kitten's
his name?
name?
Frankie. He's a little orange and white cat.
Oh, Frank.
I used to have Felix, and he was a little black and white tuxedo.
Okay, we're gonna
So
need
you
pictures
morning
of
or
them
night
too.
person?
Night person for sure.
Okay. So late, you get up early and stay up late, or is it just
No, I stay up late, and I mean, kind of have to get up early, but I don't like talking to
yeah?
people early in the morning.
you're, you're not a morning person.
If
What's your
somebody's
favorite?
chatty in the morning, be like, "Hey, go away."
What's your favorite guilty pleasure show?
Jimmy Kimmel, actually, I think, is gonna be my new guilty pleasure, just
Oh,
because
is
I just was so heartbroken when they canceled his show.
yeah,
I
but
was
he's back
just
on now, right?
honestly,
Is he
yeah,
back
he
on now,
is.
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, that was kind of that's crazy the way the world is right now. But yeah,
And it's funny because like his ratings like doubled.
yeah, totally, totally. I get it.
But I love
Okay,
him. He's my happy.
I can remember when he first was coming on. I thought like this guy is so witty, and you don't have to agree with like the humor or the whatever's behind the humor. It's like
Yeah,
have a sense of humor about yourself. Like, recognize that it's humor. And I agree with him. Like I guess when he came back on, he was very respectful of Charlie Kirk's wife and the fact that she forgave her, his killer.
Person who did it,
And
yeah.
I thought it was classy of him to do that, but people are get so caught up in humor and jokes. It's crazy. Anyway, I agree.
they're
I
taking
concur.
serious.
And I have one last minute rapid fire add on. Favorite Prince song?
Prince. Red Corvette.
Red
Red
Corvette.
Corvette.
The
Who
Little
doesn't
Red
like that
Corvette.
song?
Yes, I love it.
Well, you actually grew up with real estate in your blood, right?
I did.
Right. Okay. So you grew up with real estate in your blood. Your mom was a broker and your dad was a contractor, right?
I did.
So, yeah. So
Oh, my
how,
mom became a real estate agent after they got divorced. Um, it was again another very interesting learning lesson for me because my mom would go door knocking and I would go with her. Bring your cute kid
that's
along
the
and
old door knocking thing. I forgot about that, but realtors used to do that, right? The whole door knocking thing. And
that's
so
how
she
she'd
was
get her
smart doing
listings.
that. She was smart doing that, right?
Bring your cute little kid. Like
Did, yeah.
I have a mouth to feed.
So
That's awesome.
tell us a little more about that experience. What was it like as a kid? What did
I
you
just
feel like?
remember going to all these like stranger stores. I was like, what is going on? I mean, I was young. And then
You
I
thought it was
also
natural. You
remember
thought you were just going with the flow.
it's like it's her job. I mean, she worked all the time. Talk about old school. She had the pager, that's how people would
Oh
get
my
in
gosh,
touch with
yeah.
her. She had the old like these if you had to look up like where a place was, we didn't have Google, you can like put it in Waze. You had like this I think it's called a Thomas guide, but it's this big ass thick thing and you
Yeah,
look up
Thomas
the
Guide.
street, and then you, like,
Yes.
Yep.
flip
I know what
over,
Thomas
and you have
Guide
to
is.
map it out. I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
was, like, old
we would
school.
go like, you'd look up the street in the index.
Mhm.
Shoot, my
We had to use
stupid
that at
thing.
SBC, Pac Bell.
Yeah,
We
and
s
Oh,
then
you did?
yeah.
and the index would tell you what page that street was on, and then you'd go to the
Mhm.
street, the page, and then you'd have to, like, literally kind of, like, go, "Okay, this quadrant is where it crosses, and I'm gonna, like,
It
back
was
it
like
in,"
it
like,
was like B4. You're like, "It's
Yeah,
in
totally.
here."
so crazy.
That's the Gen
So
Xers in
crazy.
us, right? The Gen
Yeah,
X
yeah.
generation.
Yeah, yeah, so I feel like I learned a lot just from her. She'd also would stage places. She'd have her little collection of stuff to put things in the kitchen and stuff around so it, like, feels cozy, and she'd always if it had a fireplace, like, then
So she would do her
just kind of,
staging stuff. Yeah, her staging. What
'cause no
yeah.
one's it's in Sacramento, nobody stages there like we do
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Oh my
I
gosh.
don't have to worry about that.
So after 12 years, right, what's the, biggest lesson this industry has taught you, would you say?
So I feel like I learned this a little like it's never too late, but I realized when the interest rates were really high, and the market really slowed down, how important it is to like have a brand. Of having people constantly coming to you because they know your brand and it all boils down to marketing. To me, I didn't really know that because my mom didn't really do that when she was a real estate agent. She just would honestly get like so many referrals. She has her own brokerage and doesn't do
Wow.
any advertising or anything, but she's like a different generation. And I
Yeah,
feel
Right.
like this
different generation.
generation is like more, it's all about social media and just constantly being
Mhm.
out there and like exposing yourself. And to me, being in sales, like I was in pharmaceutical sales before, we had a marketing department, like that was
Mhm.
not my department. So
Mhm.
I think that was my biggest lesson that I've learned is really how important it is to market yourself.
That's
Can
a
you
great
share a
and
moment in your
I love
career? Sorry, go ahead. You were saying, Cheese?
we were actually gonna ask her about ups and downs.
Yeah.
How do you handle the ups and downs? If you have a model of where you have a recurring revenue, it's a little bit easier than when you have it's transactional, right? So, what have you done for me lately? Like sales approach where,
Mhm.
it's feed or famine. Like you literally need to be prepared for down times, right? So how do you handle those ups and downs? Ups you can handle, ups are fun.
Yes,
That's when
it's
you tuck
honestly
that stuff in the bank, right?
this is where I put myself through college, so I didn't have to, like, have a job where it was, like, just a roller coaster because that's what it was like growing up. But I mean, I think that whenever any obstacle comes, like, I just pivot. And so when the pandemic happened, it was, oh my gosh, people are not
Yeah,
leaving their house. So I went online. I love interior design. I'll get certified to be an interior designer and I'll just decorate inside people's homes. So I
that's
just
great.
pivot to like do something that's still in the realm, but
Like
something that can,
a complimentary space. Yeah.
yeah.
That's so cool. I
So
can't wait. I wanna see some of your designs, like what you've done.
So when I get a listing, I love most of them just say, what do I need to do? And they let me kind of pick out light fixtures. And I work with stagers that will complement that. So then there's just so like,
You bring an
little
added
things that they
value to it.
do.
Yeah, you bring an added value. Yeah, that's great. Can you share a moment, like, in your career where you thought to yourself, "I'm so glad I didn't give up," because 'Cause I'm sure you probably thought in times like, "Oh, shit, what am I doing?" You know what I mean? Like, but there's gotta be moments where you can say to yourself, "Gosh, I'm glad I didn't give up." Can you share a moment?
Yeah. So when I very first started, took my experience that I learned in pharmaceuticals where I literally would just stock the top 10, volume wise for sales and just know everyone in that office. So I kind of went when I started in real estate, I went with a luxury brand. So they already, had all the marketing and everything for luxury. And I was just determined to like, find a luxury buyer or seller.
Mhm.
And so I just networked and you have to be a hunter. You have to go out there and
Mhm.
like, find like, how do I meet this person? And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
finally did.
Did you
that's
door
awesome.
knock? Did you door
No,
knock?
no, I partnered with somebody else who
She's
was
borrowing
very,
some kid off the
they,
street. Just joking.
She's bringing her kitty.
Sorry, Lisa, go on. I'm sorry, go on.
No, so I partnered with somebody who they were just starting their career, and we both wanted to focus on the luxury, so we kinda helped each other out. I would refer anyone who had fixers or whatever to him, and then he found the first client who is a billionaire and
Oh
referred me
my
to them,
god,
and
that's
yeah.
amazing. And
That's
So
these
I
are the
felt
kind of
exciting.
like
clients
I
I
did it. Like, I feel like it was maybe
like, you
You
made the
5
big
arrived.
league.
years
You
5 years into
arrived.
my career, and there are people that do this job forever, and they don't ever have that client, so
Yeah,
I felt like I did it.
Did
and
that
those kind of
client end up
clients
giving you
stick with you.
referrals? Did he give any referrals or she?
So far, 1, but it didn't work out, but we're working on it.
Yeah,
Awesome. That's
but
awesome.
it's good to have them because they're somebody that stick with you, right? So
Yeah.
that
Oh,
you
yeah,
work
yeah,
with
yeah.
constantly.
Super loyal. Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
awesome.
we're gonna kind of shift to like kind of your certs and strategies. You mentioned you went to school, right? Like, and you have a degree in biology, I understand. Interior
Huh?
design cert, you talked about that, and social media marketing. How have these skills shaped your approach to real estate? I mean, there obviously there's biology. I have no idea, but you can see like how you can see how interior design and social media marketing can help.
Well, again, I wasn't I was pre-med and, like, totally not ever thinking I would be a real estate agent, so, that's why I worked in the pharmaceutical industry for about 10 years, and, I think having kinda just being that, like, I'm more of just, like, a black and white person and analytical, and so that's why I like biology, and so I think that really helps when it comes to analyzing just property values, everything like that.
Mhm.
So I know when people are analytical too, to bring that data because it's like, you have
Yes.
to, like, kinda know your
Read
customers
them.
and
Yeah,
Read your yep,
if
read your
they're artsy,
audience.
you have, like you have
yeah.
the designs ready to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
kinda thing. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So and if they're
Change your
analytical, they're like,
mask. Change your
"Whoa,
mask.
like, this girl, like, knows her stuff." So
No, you know
so
how
I
to
think
form
that
to your
really
audience.
it really helps, especially, having worked with doctors who have big egos. You learn a lot of that too, of like how
Mhm.
to work with people, but still like earn their respect. And then I would say interior design. Yes, I use it for my listings and just bringing that strength and added value. And then the social media marketing is interesting. I feel like that was like another pivot in my life. And because this was when Twitter like just came out. I feel like all the celebrities were using it and it was
Yeah.
really like how to get your brand out. But then I don't even know why I got that certification, but I didn't and it was like so long ago. And then when I got into real estate, I kind of tried a little Instagram and then just never got any hits. I did not know what I was doing compared to like now using it.
Yeah.
I looked back at those old posts and what was I thinking? I mean,
You were starting
Oh my
out,
gosh,
right? Gotta start somewhere.
my very first Facebook posts, I they're mortifying. It's like, "Jennifer is eating food. Jennifer is going
Tony has
to
checked in
work."
here. Like,
Oh, they're
we're,
so
like, posting
basic,
random stuff, right? Yeah, it's so
so
funny.
embarrassing, and honestly, like, you, like, kind of hone in on like, "Hey, I kinda like that person. I really don't like that like how they post can kinda, like, help you navigate that whole situation, but I will say that I was an art major undergrad, and so I totally identify now I'm working at Zelle in sales operations, and I'm crunching numbers. So I can draw you and I'm crunching numbers. So I get it. And also I would say that like the biology led you to pharmaceutical sales and pharmaceutical sales is selling and that's translatable into real estate, right? So you
Mhm.
in some ways it's all building on each other. Each part helped the other. And I'm an analytical person too, so I want to know crunch the numbers for me, please. Like
yeah.
I
Well,
would be that customer.
and so got laid off from pharmaceuticals and I was trying to get another job, but I was honestly kind of so bitter about how much of my life I sacrificed for that job. And I mean, they paid me for a year and I got benefits for a year, but it was hard to interview. And so my mom was the one who said, you have so many friends who are buying homes in San Francisco. Like, if you spent all the time that you do interviewing for all these jobs versus versus, doing all these interviews. And so then I just made the leap and got into real estate.
That's so cool. Okay, so with social media being so huge now, how has that changed the way we've kind of touched on a little bit about how's that changed the way you connect with clients?
Well, yeah, so I actually I use a company that comes up with the content for my Instagram. And so with that, it just helps you kind of be specialized in like local, everything local. And it's funny because you don't ever know who's watching your stuff, but when I go just randomly meet up with friends or something that I haven't seen in like 10 years, it's like, oh, I see your posts all the time,
That's
That's
So
great.
cool.
I was like, you do?
It makes you
It's so
feel
funny
good
too,
that
because
they're
like I
paying
think
attention.
you think
It
about
does.
historically, like real estate, you'd be like on the, you know, bus bench or on the bus or on like
In the bathroom
it's such a
stalls too.
In the
but
shopping cart.
But,
Yes.
like, think about this, like, think about it, because in some ways, like, that is, like it's a way of, like, getting your name known, and so you're people are familiar with you, right? Same thing with social media, like, you're familiar. Where SEO helps, like, search engine is where it's like, "I'm specifically looking for a real estate in this area," and you come up. So, there's a combination of great things happening even with the transition. You're not necessarily gonna be on the billboards, or maybe you are, but that familiarity, that works, and then coupling that with search engine marketing, like where there's a catchphrase that's going to, bring them to me when they're thinking about, I need it, not just me blasting it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's,
smart
Yeah,
it's
well,
smarter,
and
it's smarter.
the content I make too, it's like providing resources. So there's like a moving guide, a neighborhood guide, a fall guide, summer guide. And so in order to get that guide, they put it in their email address. And then like I have a drip campaign that will like, if you're interested in that, like you might like this too. And just like constantly providing like things that are happening and just
Constantly
information that
feeding them,
that can
constantly
be
you
feeding them.
need, you,
Yeah.
you,
helpful and show that I'm, like, the local expert.
you
Mhm.
definitely need to have a fall guide for interior design. Like, hey, let's mash these together. You need some
That's a good
pumpkin
idea.
spice. It's pumpkin spice season.
See?
This
I
is how
love
you
the
should be
holidays and all the
decorating, and while you're
decorating.
decorating, have that coffee, like,
Yeah.
whatever.
That spice latte.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna shift a little bit to the actual real estate job itself. Like sellers want top dollar, and this is around the design too. What are the design or staging tips that you have that work that maybe somebody would want to know?
So the definitely,
What
like, the
works?
biggest
Yeah.
thing to do is to paint. You wanna really, like, neutralize the space. When anything's, like, painted a color, then people you just don't you wanna attract as many people as possible. So the
So
more
fresh
neutral
paint
it
is
is,
yeah.
the better. So new paint, light fixtures. I mean, just changing out your light fixtures can literally immediately make it look modern.
Hmm.
And then you honestly have to stage like in San Francisco, it's just you have to because the search starts online. And so you want your place to look like a magazine, right? So, they're not going to come like when it's just like you're taking a picture of like a blank room. It's so boring. It just doesn't have the same appeal.
Yeah.
So you really want to draw them in online. And so your first, even marketing, your first 3 or 4 photos are the most critical because you need to grab their attention and keep them wanting more.
Yeah. Absolutely. That makes sense. So
So
yeah.
I love that because, like, I have a girlfriend who's a designer, and she just helped one of my other girlfriends, Amy, bought a house. She's gonna rent it out, though, because she did a 1031 exchange, and so she's gonna rent it out, and Amber came by, and it was a very nice place, but Amber had ideas of black walls in certain areas, like chandeliers in certain areas, and greenery, just to present the rental so that it's more high end. It's unreal how much better it looks, and it's exactly what you said, like fresh paint, fixtures. It's just crazy. The staging, obviously, it was for a rental. She didn't want to pull in all the furniture and stuff like that, but some greenery and that sort of thing. It looks completely different. So that's such great advice. Okay, so you love cats. Tell us about fur babies. I know like there's
Frankie?
like one kitten, Frankie.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
so
hear about Frankie.
I got him in November. He's a little orange and white cat, and he was so tiny. He was like 2.5 pounds
Oh my
when
gosh.
I got him, and he just was a little, like, ball of energy, and he would just, like, fly around the house, but I grew up around cats. I've never seen a cat like this. He literally, like, hunches up, like, sideways and, like, runs at you, but sideways. He's, like, literally like that Halloween cat that you can,
Yeah,
like,
yes, that's so
picture.
cute.
Like, that's him. Like, what
That's
are you
Oh,
adorable.
doing?
I feel like you need to have that sideways run in any house that you here's Frankie observing this house. Here's Frankie observing this house.
oh
Like
my God, that would be
sideways run,
funny.
sideways run.
That could be a good social media campaign.
Oh, that's so funny. I love it. I'm getting some
Yeah.
good marketing ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
At least
cute. Well, we're
TikTok
definitely gonna
followers, right?
we're definitely gonna we're definitely gonna see a picture of Frankie, if nothing else. Like,
Well,
right? We're
I
gonna
think
need
that we
that.
talked about maybe having a debut and having Frankie do a little funny dance or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's get
I'll
Frankie
send
on
you a
this
clip.
video. Can
Yeah,
you bring him onto the screen and show us Frankie?
You want me
yeah.
to go
Let's
get
see.
him?
Yeah, go get Frankie.
Yeah.
We want to see this cutie pie. Good job, Cheese.
Okay, he
Oh
he's
my
now
God, how cute, Frankie.
okay, thank you.
Well, he's
I
not a
know,
baby anymore. He's an adult.
he's 12
Frankie,
pounds
how
now.
old is he now?
1 year and 2 months.
Okay,
He's
gotcha.
cute. I love
Okay.
the
Yeah,
coloring. He's
Frankie,
got pretty
I'm
color.
I'm not gonna lie, I am like a puppy when it comes to anything. Like I'm like, "Oh my god, I really love you."
Animals.
Cats do not like me. And Frankie, I could tell he when Frankie saw me on video, Frankie was like, "No,
No,
She's
he
gonna
just
try to
saw
grab me.
himself. He just saw himself.
nope,
He's like,
bitch,
"What's
I
that?"
am not going I'm not going with that." Oh my gosh,
Your Zoom.
I hate this hand waving
Zoom.
thing. Yeah, the hand
Do your
waving
finger like
Zoom.
this and
Okay.
out. It'll go out. Zoomed in.
Anyway, Frankie is adorable, even if Frankie doesn't like cheesy.
Frankie also, like, eats everything in my house. Earlier, he was trying to eat my chair.
Oh my God.
He eats the side of my table in my living room. Like, literally, I'll be sitting there and I hear this, and he's like gnawing on the wood. I'm like, what are you
What
Okay,
doing?
that sounds like design. Like, "Hey, this is kitty design,
design?
alright, bitches?"
What do you do
Yeah.
with a cat that does that? Like, I love cats and dogs, but mostly dogs in my life. And so there's a certain way to correct a dog. Cats are a little different, right? Discipline is different with a cat.
So I
It's
bought the sticky tape. You're supposed to put this sticky tape so then they won't go up on there because it gets their pot. He just
Rips it off.
no, he just steps on it. He's like, you're not stopping me.
Oh my
And he'll just,
God.
I like
He
wanted
doesn't
to
Frankie's
do
like,
care.
"I
so much.
see your sticky tape."
Exactly. Wait, I have
Wow.
to show you the sign my mom got me.
Yeah, yeah, get it. Awesome.
This is like in a nutshell. This is Frankie.
What
It's
does it say?
talk to the
Talk to the
paw.
paws.
That's
Yes, of
so
course.
cute.
Oh, look, he comes in and he's like checking it out.
He's all that's my
He's like,
sign. What are you
That's
doing with that
exactly
"Yeah."
his
sign?
sign. He knows it.
What would be more awesome is Frankie, like, getting a knot on. Like, if he had some bite marks in
Oh
that
yeah.
thing, I would
Come here.
I
Come here, Frankie. See if he'll do. Come gnaw on this.
you gotta like that, Frankie. It's your thing.
Are they like chew toys for like dogs have chew toys? Do cats have chew
Oh
toys
yeah,
too?
no, so yeah, I have like these little
Okay.
sticks, but he won't chew these.
He's like, I see
And,
that
like
stick.
whenever he starts like gnawing on it, I try to like stick this in his mouth.
Yeah, that's makes sense. That's what I would do too.
My gosh, that's hilarious.
He just
Frankie's
likes
so
Okay.
cute.
destroying things. Oh wait, I'll tell you one more funny thing. You know that I have a hot and cold like faucet thing? Those
Hmm.
are metal. I think
Uh-huh.
he gnawed off the little button that says hot and cold. They're both
Oh my
missing.
God.
Like
So
I
now
don't
you're
even
like, which
know
one's
where
hot, which cold?
I'm
Oh my
literally
God,
I'm like,
Frankie.
I hope you didn't swallow those.
Oh my gosh.
He
Yeah,
just
they're
wants you to
missing
guess. He
completely.
wants you to guess.
That's
I
hilarious.
actually have like cat insurance on him because he's just like he's too crazy.
You never know, right? I have insurance on my dog too,
Guarantee he's gonna eat something
and you're
like
going to
that he
take him
should
in.
not.
Yeah, exactly. There's one
Yeah.
time my dog ate
So,
something.
oh my gosh.
There's one time my dog chewed through a remote control and the batteries were missing. And we're like, where did they go? Seriously, the batteries were
Oh
missing.
my
But she never pooped them out, or we don't know what happened to them. She's living still.
I had a dog. This is weird. My Standard poodles. My mom was allergic to animals, and we discovered, like, when I was 17 that she could handle poodles, and so they were big about the standard poodles. Robbie, one day when I was babysitting him, I was getting out of the shower, and I noticed, like, there was the, razor, when you have, like, the dual razors, and one of the razors was missing. It looked like
God,
chomped on, and I was like, this is
God,
crazy because timing is weird that I would happen upon this, but yes, dude swallowed he chewed and chomped and like ate a razor blade, and they
My
had to
god.
pay like a gazillion dollars, right? To because it was either bring it out hit through his esophagus and just chop this up, or
do
bring it out through
surgery.
the pooper, like let him poop it out, and like that'll chew things up, or just do surgery. And
Mm,
my parents are like, what I can't believe is that I even, like, can you imagine, like, I just got out of the shower and I happened to notice that a razor was on the floor and one of the razors
God,
was missing. But so,
that's
like, pet
awful.
insurance, yeah, can help with that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, because that thing that would probably cost like a 20,000 or $30,000, like to do that. Like they're like ridiculous
Yeah,
of how
It's
expensive things
ridiculous.
are.
I
Yeah, I
live
just
close to Mexico. I just drive there now. Pickles might die any minute. We're going to Mexico.
take him all the way to Mexico to get seen by a vet.
Pickle Pickles, I thought he swallowed glass. I'm like, "Mexico? Like, I'm on the way. We're gonna." And $82 later and a full day of my life, but pickles is okay.
82. That's it.
It's like pretty affordable, right? Cheese? You said?
And imagine, like, in Phoenix, at least, if I wanna walk in emergency situation, $150 just to see us. And then it's about $400 for X-rays. And sometimes they don't need X-rays, but they just say we should do X-rays or whatever. If I go to Mexico, it's like, well, it'll be $18 for X-rays if you have an appointment. It's $32 if you don't. Like,
I remember with my other cat, Felix, he had to go, he like wasn't, he was like wobbling, like just didn't have balance and stuff. And I took him in, they're like, we need to do an MRI. It's going to cost like $3,000. I'm like, Felix, you
no,
need to stop wobbling.
yeah, Felix, you're done. Like, oh, I had a dog that like got diagnosed with cancer, and I literally it would have been $2,600 in the States to have her leg amputated with bone cancer. It was 3,200 pesos, or $220 in Mexico.
Wow.
$2,600 in the States, $220 in Mexico. And they're like, "Oh, she's a bigger dog than we thought when we brought her. It's gonna be another $9." So for $245, we got her teeth cleaned while she was under. And she lived three-leggedly. She lived for another, like, 8 months happily, and they saw her sooner, and they took her overnight. It wasn't like an in and out thing. There were 2 like, it was it's amazing to me. It's just cost of living, right? Like, that's what it comes down to. But anyway, I digress. I think that
I'm going
we
to have to give
have
my sister that tip. I'm going to tell
yeah,
her she needs,
I'm
she has
4 hours
11
away.
cats.
I'm 4 hours away from Mexico, so I can be like, "Boss, I'm gonna be, like, taking all calls from the road, and I'm on the way to save my dog," kinda thing, like, and, it's just for a single mom, it's just it makes more sense, like, it's just it
Yeah.
does.
No,
Yeah,
my sister literally just spent $10,000
What?
having like her cat having some sort of cancer
and if
chemotherapy.
she has
Man.
11 cats, I can't even imagine.
I know.
She has pet insurance, though?
No,
Uh,
not for 11 cats.
oh my god. Oh, that's
She's
that's
Yeah, that
frugal.
that
brutal.
adds up. Even
She
the
needs
pet
to get
insurance
a
adds up.
ticket. She needs to get a ticket to Mexico next time.
Yeah, totally.
Where does she live? Is she in the Bay
Bend,
Area?
Oregon.
Where's your
Bend,
sister live?
Oregon.
In Oregon, okay, yeah, it's easier for me,
Yeah.
Bend,
yeah.
Bend, Oregon. Yeah, that's where
So, I
Mike Led
think,
lives.
Tony
Well, yeah, we were gonna just jump to like, more of a person like, when you're not working, right? We talked about a lot of things you do, but what are your hobbies? What do you do when you are not in your serious real estate mood? Like what does Lisa do on her weekends?
well, so I love snowboarding because we were in a
Hmm.
ski cabin together.
That's right. And Tahoe's not too far.
love it.
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing I love about San Francisco is like we've got wine country, we've got Tahoe. So I love going up to wine country too. I used to manage an Airbnb up there,
Okay.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
and it
made
backed
sense.
up to a vineyard and stuff. It was
Wow.
so nice. I mean, it's only like 45 minutes or an hour.
Mhm.
But I love Healdsburg. It's way better than Napa. Like, just the people are nicer, the wineries and stuff. It's just not as like snobby.
Yeah.
So I love going up there. My best friend moved up there too. So we'll go up and hang out. She bought a place and they put in a pool. So it's so fun to go up there during the summer. It gets foggy and cold here. So it's like, well, I can go have summer there.
But good. Yeah,
um,
I love Tahoe,
Yeah.
so
and I
wine
love Napa.
tasting, skiing,
Yep, everything's right
those are
there.
Have
like,
you
and
ever
then I love hiking
Healdsburg,
too.
though?
I love
God,
hiking all
Healdsburg is
around
really
here.
nice. Yeah. All that whole area. There's so many great hikes in California, no matter where you go, right? There's so many. I enjoy hiking myself too, Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, if real estate wasn't your career, what would you be doing? Biologist?
I wouldn't be a doctor, that's for sure. I mean, if I had all the money in the world, I would love to flip properties. My favorite show is Christina on the Coast, and
I've
now
never seen
she
it.
does like this. She did the flip or flop. Yeah, flip or
That's
flop
okay.
with.
Now, yeah, I know you're talking about. Yep, I
So
know.
then she did her spin-off because as like an interior designer, and I love her designs. And now they have the flip off. And so
That's right.
it's those two competing. Oh my god, it's my favorite
Yeah, they're
show.
still on a reality show together. They're divorced, right? But they're
This is like
competing. That's
season 2.
yeah.
On the season 1, she broke up with her 3rd husband on it, so
Oh,
that was
wow.
the drama,
You gotta have a
but
little
I
drama in
love
the
her
reality
design.
shows. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
awesome.
I love all those shows, so that would definitely be something with design.
Tony has one she recommended on our, Binging with My Bitches, like one of our series,
Yeah,
and it's Tony, tell her she's gotta check out the one that with the French it was like a we like, they're renovating
Castle
that.
Impossible. Have you seen that one?
no.
So it's
Yeah,
uh
you'll
it's about this young couple whose grandfather passed away, and she inherits this castle in Paris. And so it's this giant castle on a big property, and so this whole show is about them going there and having to restore it and taking on this legacy that her grandfather left her. It's really charming. You'd like it. It's called Castle
Nice.
Impossible. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so
Well,
I
another
that
one that I love, is another one's just random, but this guy designs pools, and I forget what it's called, like Incredible Pools. He creates like pools, but it looks like nature. And he creates, so it's not like a chlorine pool. It like gets filtrated like through,
That's
I don't know, running
awesome.
through like the rocks and stuff. It
It
is
looks like
so
it's
cool.
really well done. It looks like a really nice it's a pool,
It
but
looks
it's
like it's like a
like a forest in the
creek or whatever.
backyard or a creek or something. Yeah, that's
And
cool.
he puts these big stones all around it and just yeah, it's
I'll
so
have to check
cool.
it out.
It's
I like
yeah,
shows
I
like
forget
that.
the guy's name.
Ricky, just
See,
pop it
he's
in.
trying to get in there.
Okay, so is there what is the most funny or most unexpected thing that's ever happened at an open house for you?
So when I very first started, my client flipped a property. Oh, he's gonna climb on my head now. Hi, buddy.
Oh my god, what a cutie pie!
When I first started, I got my first listing. It was a guy who flipped a property, and my very first open house, a guy walked in and he was following these ladies, and I was like, "Is he with you?" They're like, "No, he's not with us." And I mean, I priced it low. The market's crazy. There's hundreds of people coming through the house, and this guy's like sweating profusely. And I was like, "What is going on?
What the
Like, what's
hell?
wrong with this guy?"
Yeah.
And the lender spoke Spanish, and so he was talking to him, and the guy was having a heart attack, and we had to
Oh
call
my
911,
god.
and the guy's, like, getting, like, taken out in a emergency thing on my
My
open house. I was like,
gosh.
"Why?
Why is this
Why?
happening?
Seriously, why did you come in my open house?"
I
That's
hope he's
crazy.
okay. My god. That is correct. That is kind of crazy.
Nobody knew, like, he just came in by himself, like, no one even knew him in the house. I don't know why he came in my open house.
Oh my god.
Drama
That's
right
kind of
from the
crazy.
start.
I know. That's oh my gosh. So let's talk about the sellers and what's the one thing that they must do before listing? Let's give them some kind of idea. If they're listening to this podcast and they're unsure, you might have some new people trying to buy these little millennials. I don't know if they're millennials anymore. They're what do they call
I
the
can't
younger
keep up.
generation? I can't keep up either because we're Gen X.
Like, the
Yeah, the Gen Zs,
isn't there
right?
another one?
It's probably AA now, like AA, BB.
Exactly. Yeah, it's starting all over again because we got the Zs and now, but the Gen Zs are probably out trying to buy homes, right? And so let's help the sellers out. I know that you have some true value you can share. So, what's the one thing that they must do before listing? Oh, well, I guess they have a house, right? So they're selling a house, right?
They
Yeah.
have to have a house. They
Yeah,
have to start with that.
to list.
First, A, if you're listening, you have to have a house, bitches.
Yeah. So if they're going to list, well, what should they do? Because, some of them trying to do it
Tips,
themselves. You get those
top
people
tips
trying to do
from
it by themselves.
Woodshot.
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely
Have another swig of
paint.
wine.
You have to paint. And I recommend changing out light fixtures. If you're not gonna do anything else, like at least do that.
Uh-huh.
But staging honestly can get you probably like 15 or 20% more. So
Yeah. And then
Wow, that's
also
crazy.
reach out to Lisa.
yes, and call me.
Call you.
We're gonna
Uh
pimp. We're gonna pimp our girl,
It
pimping
is,
our
I mean,
queen.
it is important to do the marketing. Like I said, like, you have to have those, like, I call it the money shot. You have to have the
Yeah.
money shot that, like,
Yeah.
immediately we're like, oh my
Draws the
God,
attention.
like, I want
Yeah.
more. And
Yeah.
like, you at least have like the first three or four pictures of like, ooh, like, I've got to see this in person. And usually it looks even better in person.
Yeah. That's good.
But I always will do some sort of neighborhood thing, whatever neighborhood I'm in. Because there's out of town buyers coming all the time. They don't know the neighborhood, so I'll
Yep.
do a neighborhood map, and then I'll get little treats from neighborhood place, like cookies or a
Oh,
bakery or
that's
something,
smart.
so they know the
Or the
I
neighborhood.
local
I'm
neighborhood.
gonna tell you right
Yeah.
now, I would wanna know where's the best burrito. 100.
That's
I
my
mean,
favorite.
my favorite is taco.
Ooh, we'll go taco.
Taco and
I'm not
burrito,
gonna
either one.
discriminate. I'm not gonna discriminate Mexican food, all right?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, so now what if we have a young generational people wanting to get into real estate or younger, somebody wants to get into real estate. What's the real truth behind the glamour of that? Do we talk them out of it? Do we encourage them to come in?
I would just
Tell
say
us. Yeah, for
have a
Gen
solid
AA.
bank
For
account.
Gen A,
Have a good bank account
Because
for
you have
those
to, yeah, that's right.
at least in
highs
the
and
Bay
lows.
Area, yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta have that.
but you have to, it's really like you have to hustle. You
That's
have to
not
really
easy.
like
Yeah.
go out there and,
You have to come with
find
the you
like
have to come with the little black book of people, right? People that referrals. You have to know the
yeah,
connections, the network.
the people that like instantly are successful are people who used to be bankers and, they know everyone in like the finance industry and stuff. So it's like they already have
Well, wait a
wealthy
minute.
people and clients.
Listening, and you have to have a mom who's been in the business and a father who's been in the business. You have to have a biology degree. You need to get into luxury market, and you need to get a whale. You need to find that whale in the luxury
Yeah.
market, and there's your pattern if you wanna get into real.
Yes.
Oh my
Having a
gosh.
nice bank account would help.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, here's the thing. Every once in a while, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but like one of us freezes and I'm starting a like, freeze off. Like I'm literally capturing Tony. I can't
Tony?
wait. Oh my God. She's frozen right now and she's laughing frozen and it's hilarious. Oh,
Well,
here
at
she
least
comes.
that's good.
Oh my God. It is fun. It's so fun. Well, at least she's pretty, like so when she's laughing, she's pretty. Like I don't want my frozen shit anywhere. Okay, I think we're gonna do some quick, fun, fast questions.
Okay,
Dream travel destination.
go.
Yes, you, Lisa.
Like, where's my dream travel destination?
Yep.
Gosh, I mean, I wanna go to Bali. I wanna stay at the Four Seasons in Bali. I used to work at the Four Seasons in college, so they let you travel to, like, any Four Seasons in the world and stay there for free, but I was in college, so I couldn't afford to go to Bali at the time, but I did go to Hawaii,
Oh,
but
well,
that
that's
one looks amazing. They have, like, a pool where they put, like, fresh flowers in it every day. my God, it looks so dreamy. But there's one other place where my friend is going for a honeymoon, and I can't think of it. It's the islands. I have it saved on my Instagram, but
Well,
I
you'll have to
love
share.
tropical islands. Like, you can take me any
Yes,
tropical island, and I'm good.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
with
I love
you.
tropical.
Yeah.
Okay, so favorite San Francisco restaurant. You mentioned the place for breakfast, but is there anything favorite? This is tough too, right? Like
There's so many
favorite?
choices.
So many choices. What's your favorite San Francisco restaurant?
I
Hmm.
mean, like, money's no problem. Like,
Hmm.
just anywhere
Like
I wanna go.
nothing. Every type of food, whatever. Yes, money's no object. What?
Gary Danko.
I've never been there.
Why? I haven't
It's
either.
so good. Oh my gosh. I used to go there for pharmaceuticals all the time. It's amazing food, like amazing chef, but like the service, they have like one person for every person. So it's just
Wow.
like, yeah, it's
What
Really?
type of
crazy.
food? What type of food?
Like American cuisine or?
American, yeah, in
No,
California
I've
cuisine.
heard it's good. Yeah, I heard it's really good.
It's
Ooh,
so
that sounds
good.
so good.
And I'd eat vegetarian sometimes. And like to me, that's a sign of a really good chef is when they just come up with really creative vegetarian options. So
Yes.
they're amazing.
That's
That's so
great.
cool.
I've
Okay.
never been.
Treat
Most
yourself. It's good.
binge-worthy show right now for you. Like if you're on bitches or binging with my
Binge.
bitches, what would you recommend?
So this is a new one for me. I just started watching it and it was because the Emmys, but I'm watching Hacks.
I love
I haven't heard
hacks.
of it. I
I
You
haven't heard
love
watched
of
it with
it.
me
it.
when you came to visit,
Oh
Cheese.
my gosh.
Hacks?
Is that the one that
Yes.
that's the one that we watched?
She's the
I
comedian, the
loved that.
comedian on
Yeah,
Max.
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
love that
yeah.
show. Isn't it
It's
great?
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I binge it.
Yeah, me too. That's good.
Okay, that's
High Potential is another one. Have you seen High
I've
Potential?
never no, I've never heard of it. Where's it
where
streaming
what is
on?
it
So
on?
it's
What platform?
and I think it's on the same maybe it's either Hulu or HBO. I think
Okay.
Hulu.
Okay.
But she's super smart, and so she's a cleaning lady at the police department, and then she like the papers fell, and then she like figured out like what they missed and who did it. And so now she's like,
High
serves on
potential.
the
Oh, is she
special.
the older woman and she becomes is she like an investigator or something?
No,
No.
she's like literally like this like really smart person who then becomes like an assistant with the police department to
Oh,
solve these
okay.
crimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I think I know
And
what you're talking about.
she's actually the daughter of the lady in Hacks. Remember, like,
No.
the daughter?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's the
yeah.
same actress.
Oh my God,
And, like,
really?
this lady is, like, becoming famous. She's got, like,
Wow.
2 great
I
shows.
I love
Oh
it.
my
I
God,
love
that's
it.
funny. I have to go check it out. High potential. I think I
It's
saw some
good.
sort of
Okay,
like yeah,
so we're gonna have to maybe have you as a guest on our bitch
one of our
binging with
bitching or
my
the
bitches.
bitches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should
Okay.
do that. We should add guests to that.
Yes. Okay.
I
Morning
binge a lot.
mantra. You already admitted that you're not a morning person. So morning mantra or go-to quote. I'm guessing we'll lean towards the latter. But what would you like to say here? This is our last question.
Like grateful, like maybe do like start the day like 3 things
Yeah,
you're
I have,
grateful
like, a little
for.
gratitude journal where you have to, like, write 3
Awesome.
things that you're grateful for, so I think that's, like, a good way to start it.
That's
I love that.
lovely. Love
I
that.
love that.
Yep.
Everybody knows me. I love my gratitude journaling, so I'm all about that. Well, Lisa, it has been great. Thank you for
Uh,
sharing your story, throwing down some real estate knowledge, and I'd like our listeners to know how they can find you and like maybe your social media handle. Like maybe you can provide some of that information. You can shout it out here and then I'll get that information. I'll add it to the end of the podcast. So when people are viewing and watching, they can get your contact as well. So can you shout out your social?
yeah,
How can people reach you?
I made it super easy. It's Lisa V as in Victor, SF Real Estate.
Love it.
I have a really hard
That
last name, so I had to
I
go with, like, just Lisa
I think that's okay. So
Lisa
wait,
V.
before we close, where is V? Where is that nationality? Where is it? Your last name
Vukovic,
from?
Croatian.
Croatian. I
Interesting.
never knew that all these years. And it's
Everyone always
pronounced
So
thinks it's, like,
Vukovic.
Russian.
Vukovic.
Vukovic.
Because
so
I was always
we
calling
bet
you Vukovic. It's Vukovic.
we
Okay.
better
Oh,
have our
yeah.
Croatian listeners. Our Croatian, they better be like tapping your door if they're San Francisco people.
Call me.
But yeah,
Call me maybe.
All right, queens. That's a wrap on today's episode of Who's Sitting at Your Table, our seat reserved for a queen series. And big love to our fabulous Lisa V for pulling up a chair and keeping it real with us.
Yep,
Thank you
and
for having me.
yeah, we're happy and
Yay.
pleasure to have you. Now, you know the drill, guys. Don't just listen, join the movement. Like this episode, share it with your besties, your book club women or boys, men, right? We're all about the men too. And that one
Yep.
friend who swears midlife is boring. Come share and join in on this movement we have going. Follow us at Who's Sitting at Your Table, right? We're all over the social media platforms. So, Cheese, I don't know if you want to add anything to that before we wrap
I
it up.
mean, from San Francisco to wherever you're listening, thanks for sitting at the table with us. Until next time, queens, keep glowing, keep growing, and keep adjusting those crowns. We
Yep.
love you.
We love you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.